You know what? I am not even gonna dignify this season by wearing a hoodie like I usually do. We're in the middle of the summer and it is hot as balls in the south of Mexico over here. Adding that to the fact that the room is all closed because I need to have a decent outlet. No, I'm not fucking wearing a hoodie. Fuck 2018, honestly, it doesn't deserve any hoodies. Like, this year hasn't been really good. Wow, shocker. I know. Actually, you guys kind of disagree with that, but whatever, I'll be a Debbie Downer. I think it's actually worse than usual, not only because of the amount of bad songs out there, but the lack of good songs is astonishing, especially when they are either not that good or tricking me quicker than fucking Ant-Man in the West, now in theaters. Man, that was a fun movie, wasn't it? Most of all, I like how the action takes advantages of the size-changing powers the characters have, and the chemistry between Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly was perfect. Its villain might not be that effective and the pacing is a bit inconsistent, but overall it was still very enjoyable. 7 out of 10. See you next time, where we'll be talking about the next rock movie. Will he be interesting this time around? Find out next week. Man, I should have picked my interest more clearly. I would have been a great movie reviewer. Or maybe I will, but I don't know yet. Anyways, I'm sorry for being so negative, but the only thing more depressing than the amount of generic movie flicks and overabundance in sequels is real life. Oh, and also the charts right now. It's just not fun anymore, not fun to talk about, not fun to listen to. I don't even think the artists are having fun or that the public wants any fun. For example, this is Nervous. See how enjoyable this is? Those light colors that smirk Enchantment's face. It's just a light-hearted bop. However, this is his actual hit. I like this song, but good lord, what a downer. Everyone is either sad, sounds sad, talks about being sad. Even the songs that aren't about being sad at all feel so sad. Hell, the most fun #1 song of the year is about how fucking awful America is right now. And our #1 song was literally called Sad. If you see my Spotify playlist of my songs in current rotation, you'll see how most of them are either not hits or not even from 2018. That's how little I like this year. But I have to do it. I skipped the last fall, winter and spring seasons. I cannot prolong this any longer. Oh, and also I am reviewing last week's Top 20 because fuck Drake. Not like either week is good anyways, so let's dive into this and see what we can salvage out of this mess. So this top 20 has 3 songs from a dead rapper, which makes this pretty difficult to make, especially considering the premature and tragic way that he passed away. And even though his garbage album made a huge impact in the charts this year, I give him my condolences, even though I wouldn't say it was for the better. Like, yeah, rest in peace and all, but I don't think the amount of Drake songs we've gotten recently is worth it. But seriously, XSS passed away very recently and that's kind of awkward, especially when you remember that I said if there's anything I really want to see get left behind in 2017, it's XSS Tentacion. And yes, I know that it's not happening, but I'm tired of listening to his god-awful music, I'm tired of hearing about the horrible things he does, and I'm tired of looking at his fucking stupid face and haircut. I don't even want to think about him from now on. Whoops. But alright, this was X at his most incompetent. While cleaner than his 17 stuff, this beat is just as horrendous if not more. The percussion is too loud and scattered around, and the main instrumental melody feels broken. And X himself sounded like crap too, and in many different ways. I'm kind of impressed at how he somehow managed to cover many facets of awful in just 2 minutes. His performance goes from whiny and dull to smug and cocky, to annoying and screeching, to bored and barely trying. Usually most artists are just one type of awful, but he achieved the impossible here, no wonder he called himself a genius. I cannot say that this was his worst song, because lyrically it doesn't offend me as much, but at a musical standpoint it's just broken. I don't understand this, you're changing, I can't stand it. Normally the problem with XSS Tentacion besides everything else was how annoying his music was. I wish I could say the same about this song, but it's actually pretty tolerable in an auditory level. for the most part. But this song is just a bunch of nothing. X wrote the most meaningless, deceiving lyrics ever, like, "Oh baby, I just don't understand it, why are you changing, like, you're no longer the same. Your eyes used to be not bloody or bruised. Like, what are you doing, bitch?" Even if you took out all of X's allegations away, on a writing level this just fucking blows. You got P&B Rock to sound pretty much just as bad and PC as X. I wouldn't have told these people apart if I hadn't known that. And they got him only to sing one fucking line over and over. There's only 5 lines in this song for the record. The melody is off and not catchy, the instrumental is monotonous and the performances sound like garbage. This will only fool you if this were the first sad song you've ever heard in your life. Like if those melancholy couple of piano chords and cliched violins weren't better than the usual poorly mixed beats he had, this would probably be the single most undercooked and laziest song in his whole discography. Alright, too much X, I need to move on to someone else. Anyone else.
The dash is digi, the schedule busy, my head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie.
Fucking Drake. Fucking... Oh god. Fucking Drake. Fucking... This is perfect. Fucking Drake. God damn it. Remember when Drake used to utilize his powers to intentionally or not boost up talented artists like The Weeknd, Migos, Tinashe and not much else of value actually. But anyways, he's trying to do it again and this might be the worst song he's ever been on since Bitches Love Me. I have no idea who this little baby guy is. I would call him something cliche like he's the worst in ever and such, but like that would mean that I care about him and I really don't. So since Drake didn't bother to be memorable at all, I guess this is a rundown of the worst lyrics he says.
Wham, 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 bitch on them, baby. Though you being charged, he a jewelry like it's voodoo. No straight as a street, man, I come from the pavement. Some don't even Pikachu. Yellow Ferrari like Pikachu. That
last one isn't even original, Young Thug said it like 5 years ago. These two jackasses literally rap less than 2 minutes, there's nothing to this song. I think the true problem here is the production. There's like a good melody buried in there somewhere, but it's so quiet while the percussion is ridiculously loud. The mixing of the song is just terrible. Do I want more songs like this in the top 20? The answer is a resounding no. Well, at least this song sounds complete and better produced. I wonder why. Suicide if you ever try to let go. Jesus Christ, this went to #1. Look, the more I listen to X's music, I just cannot feel sympathy for the guy. His guilt-trippy, basic as fuck lyrics and his better production always hurt his discography. And it's really basic, right down to the title. Sad, like not even trying to be the least bit so. And sure, there was Happy a few years ago, but that song was supposed to be a simplistic song for a childish kids movie. X legit thought this was more deep than it actually was, and as cheesy as the title and the beat are, this is played completely straight and depressingly. Again, even if I didn't know about what he did, the writing is just god awful. I won't fix, I'd rather weep. First of all, the first half of that sentence is barely a thought, and secondly, using the word weep in a serious context is just lame, man. I fucking hate when you leave. Oh man, I hate to see her go, but I hate to see her leave. Wait a minute. I mean, also just saying, yeah, I'm sad, I know, yeah. How can I not call this just lazy? And then you remember that X was heavily accused of beating up his pregnant girlfriend. And this song becomes even more insufferable. And if an abuser says that he doesn't want to let go of his victim, I wouldn't really feel sorry for the abuser, you know. I gave her everything. Yeah, sure, you gave her everything. Mostly a bunch of bruises and a fucked up eye. X could even had the decency to write a second verse to expand on some more themes. Not that I really wanted him to. With or without backstory, this just sucks, as well as most of his songs. His music was manipulative, corny, melodramatic, and boring, and I cannot exactly say that I'm sad he is no longer with us. My condolences to his family, but other than that, I cannot condone his music or actions, and I won't really miss him. Sorry, I guess. I don't even understand how the fuck this outcharted no freezer. Baby, lay on back and relax. Wait, did I seriously just put 5 hip hop songs at the bottom? Wow, the genre style is worse right now. Although to be fair, it is in a more interesting state than country right now. If this is its biggest foot forward. I don't even know if this counts literally, it barely has any twang and there's not even a guitar in there. This is kinda sad. Baby Rexha tried to have a career for a long time. A really long time. And she just now got a hit as a lead artist. Which doesn't even feel like her own song thanks to the Florida Georgia lames. The funniest thing about this is that Baby usually cannot sing, like, at all. And I would probably call this her best performance actually. But also one of her worst songs. The trap hi-hats are distracting, FGLs still suck, and it's just a boring rap. The melody isn't even that good or catchy. In the end, Baby will probably never get a solo hit again, and looking at her discography, that's what's probably meant to be.
I still see your shadows in my room.
This one isn't really that much different to Sad really, except for the fact that this is more hilariously bad and actively hateable. In fact, while Sad might have been more destined to be so bad it's good on paper, Lucid Dreams fulfills that role much better in execution. Even though it seems to be a super serious song. I mean, this guy sounds like a boring Post Malone crooning over a somber guitar sample from Sting, and that doesn't really leave a lot of room for comedic possibilities, but somehow he managed to do just that. This song is just hysterical, especially when you watch this super incompetent music video. Here are some highlights of both the song and the video.
You made my heart break, where I can't move a thing. Whoa. Easier said than done, I thought you were the one. You made my heart ache, you want me dead. You made my heart break, I'm listening to my heart instead of my head. You made my heart ache to make me feel okay. You made my heart break, of a wedding ring. You made my heart ache. You were made out of plastic, fake.
I mean, I really don't know why you would hate this, to be honest. It's just funny as fuck. Probably would have been just in the bad tier if that outro wasn't so horribly mixed.
Girls like you run around with guys like me.
You know, maybe it's just that Don't Wanna Know doesn't play everywhere anymore, but this is probably the worst song that Maroon 5 has released in this album cycle, which is actually the best in this decade. Don't Wanna Know was a bit too overhated, while Lovers Do has their best group in years. And Cold and Wait are legit really good, but this is probably the least catchy Maroon 5 hit song I've heard in my life. I'm surprised it was a single. There's barely any instrumental, I can only remember there being a guitar or something, maybe I imagined that. And something about the lyrics irked me in the wrong way, something about saying, oh man, chicks like you, like guys like me, it is just pre-written, you had to be with me. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. That just sounds awful. The video with a bunch of celebrities is pretty poorly mishandled as well. I mean, they put a minor and a lesbian in there, like Adam. Did you really want Eleven or Ellen? Because I don't think the feelings are mutual there. Something I also discovered that I don't like.
Maybe I know that I'm drunk.
Don't admit to being drunk in a love song, because not only does that not sound good, but it also undermines the sentiment.
Maybe I'm barely alive.
Okay, feelings are definitely mutual there. I think this would have been in the mid tier if it wasn't for Cardi. And don't get me wrong, she might be the best part of this song. It's not her verse that is embarrassing, although it is her most founded and lame she's ever been. But it's her presence that just makes this pretty uncomfortable. At least Kendrick had already been in Bad Blood before, what's her excuse? Baby! How did this of all things become the only EDM song that matters? Like, did Seth snap his fingers and killed everyone else? Oh, I think he did.
I don't wanna die for them to miss me.
I love Drake monotonously bragging while sounding half asleep as much as anyone else does, but I just realized this beat kind of sucks a lot.
Better now, better now.
This is only here because Spotify randomly decides to put certain songs of new albums at the top of their popular playlists like Rap Caviar and such, and this turned out to be amongst them when Billboard and Bentley's was released. But I am confused as to why this kept this momentum, like how is this still this high many months later? As for the song itself, It's okay. Catchy hook, mediocre lyrics, fine performance and beat. It's one of the weaker songs in the album if you cross out every single song before Rockstar of the tracklist. The outro is pretty cool though.
Get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song.
Oh man, I love Drake. Really love Drake. Like, super feminist, loves women Drake.
Can't go 50-50 with no hope.
Oh man, I love this positivity. Look at all these female celebrities. We sure love videos with a bunch of celebrities. No, bad Adam. Bad Adam Levine. Only Drake can do this. I fucking love Drake. Aubrey Drake Graham. The best artist who totally loves women.
Can't go 50-50 with no hope.
And good production and good lyrics and not having albums that last like 2 fucking hours. Fucking feminist Drake. Fucking totally not destroyed by Pusha T Drake. Totally good father Drake.
Can't go 50-50 with no hope.
I love Drake. Alright, but am I the only one who thinks that this isn't mixed properly? Like, if you don't listen to this with headphones, it sounds like crap. It just does nothing for me anymore. Why the good things never last forever?
Had a little bit too much of Hennessy. Just gonna tell you how I feel.
That doesn't help. That really doesn't help. Ari, Queen Ari, I should love this, but I just don't. This should have been the pop comeback single to beat all comeback singles, but it just wasn't. I even like her Lemon ripoff of a second single way more. Like, this is terribly wrong. I've tried to figure out why exactly. At first I blamed the production being lacking for her, but yours truly also has some pretty lackluster production and it was an incredible album regardless, so that couldn't be it. Maybe I expected something either more dramatic or more joyful after the Manchester incident last year, and this tried to be both at the same time. I like the somber atmospheric intro, I like the happy refrain of picking it up. But other than that, this song leaves me cold most of the time. Especially when the verses kicks in, they are kind of awkward. I don't know, you try to compare this to her other lead singles and you're like, oh wow, this is so cute and adorable, I want to hear more from her. Do you hear that piano sample? Mwah. Oh, now she has this bombastic production. Oh god, listen to the saxophones. Even Iggy Azalea sounds great in this. My god, what a great personality. Oh my god. Is that a fucking guitar solo? Ah yes, Queen, you are the best! Boop, boop, beep, bop, boop. I guess this song is pretty cool. I don't know, I feel like something is really missing here. Especially if this was supposed to be the first impression of Sweetener. Between this and The Light Is Coming, I have no idea what that album is gonna be in style or quality. Oh, and while I was saying, Ariana came out with her third single and it's a trap song and it doesn't really work. So I'm even more worried now, sorry. I just think that No Tears Left to Cry is a bit too overhyped and disappointing.
Is it cool that I said all that? Is it chill that you're in my head?
Oh man, I like a Taylor Swift single more than Ariana Grande single in 2018. I Am Going to Hell. And while, yeah, this one is also kind of overhyped, I do see the appeal of this more than No Tears Left to Cry. This has a really good vibe. It reminds me of a more restrained Imogen Heap, and this is probably the most risky Taylor Swift song that is actually good. The problem is that it doesn't really build up to anything, which makes it a bit underwhelming. The lyrics, while vulnerable and accurately portrayed in Taylor's performance, feel a little bit underwhelming and vague, especially for her. Most importantly, this doesn't really have a hook, and that feels kind of awkward.
Isn't it, isn't it, isn't it, isn't it?
Still, it is incredible to have a Taylor Swift single that isn't horrible, doesn't flop, or both. At least she's no longer embarrassing herself. I especially love how Taylor performed. That is happening.
Step my money fast and go fast, fast.
Okay, so I've said many times before that Lemonade is one of the best albums I've ever listened to, and 444 is not that far behind. However, I cannot say that their discography is perfect, especially the projects right before, because man, 2013 was not a good year for them, and the recent collaborative album gives me a lot of Magna Carta self-titled flashbacks, which is not a good thing. I am really tired of hearing them only talk about how successful they are with no real lyrical substance or groove, especially when it's not warranted.
If I gave two fucks by streaming numbers, would have put Lemonade up on Spotify, fuck you.
I do not expect anyone to look at these songs fondly. H-Shit is one of the better ones in the album, but it still has a bunch of dumb lyrics and bizarre moments.
I can't believe we made it.
You guys made it like 20 years ago now. I don't know what took you so long to celebrate it. Like, I don't think Elizabeth II would wake up and say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm the Queen of England, this is incredible." Or maybe by made it they mean that they rented out the Louvre. That's actually not that expensive to do, especially for one of the richest celebrity couples ever. Or maybe it's just that they made the album, the video, and specifically the song, because it is such a showcase of the class, charisma, and swagger.
They wanna give me that vitamin D.
Also jokes that not even middle schoolers would find funny, but whatever. Yeah, Beyonce isn't really bringing her A material to the writing. At least Jay brings a lot of good one-liners here. He really elevates the song. Oh, and also,
I'm like Chief Keep Me Rafiki, who been lying king to you.
Donald Glover did better.
But why is you lying? Bro, why you Mufasa?
I'm just saying.
We are still kids, but we're so in love.
God damn it, what is he still doing here? I love this song, okay? But it should have left a long time ago. I thought this was like a perfect winter song with the video being in the snow and the instrumental reminding me of Christmas. But what is he doing here in the middle of the summer?
Dancing in the dark.
I just don't get it. Wait a minute. Play that part again backwards and slow down. Aha! I knew it!
Damn, I hate be going psycho. Lil' mama bad like Michael.
The more I listen to this, I realize how, despite catchy as hell, truly boring Post Malone sounds in this, with this beat. It is a pretty good beat, and I would take this over Candy Paint or any other of the boring, countless, stony drones any day of the week. The real reason this is so high is that, oh my god, Ty Dolla $ign's voice.
They be going psycho, my rollie going crazy. Hitting lil' mama, she wanna have my baby.
I swear, was his voice really this beautiful and I just never realized?
Just one switch, I can make the eyes drop.
I think I'm in love.
Girl, you look beautiful tonight. Stars on the roof, they matching with the drip.
I'm in district in the chain.
I like it. I am so funny, please give me all the awards. I didn't get why Bodak Yellow was a #1 hit. Looking back, it is awkward, horribly dated, not that memorable, and even kind of annoying. So I'm glad that I 100% understand why I like it is as big as it is. Like, it is kind of obvious. Last year, the biggest summer hit was two Latin artists with a Canadian feature in a fun, lighthearted jam. This year, the biggest summer hit should be an American artist with two Latin features in a fun, lighthearted jam. It just makes sense. And I sure like it more when Cardi brings charisma into her bragging.
Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining.
I especially love how she compares herself to a tamal and to Mario and doesn't make any of those sound corny at all.
Tracy, mommy, hot tamale, got my coins like Mario.
I mean, she really could have said something lame like,
They call me Cardi B, I run this shit like cardio.
Man, that's like the first thing anyone thinks about when they hear Cardi B's name. In fact, I've made that joke before, but you know what? She still sells it, god damn it! I really like this beat, by the way, great use of the sample. I think the reason I don't quite love this song is because of the Latin features, but it's not like they do horribly. If I had to pick between all the reggaeton artists, Bad Bunny would probably be near the top, because he's one of the most interesting and unique ones by default, and he's not bad by any means in this song. I hope you're not talking about this devil. Remember when Arcangel was almost a thing? No, you don't. And then there's J Balvin. This will be the part where I say that Cardi should have gone someone else instead, but there's like no one who wouldn't be worse. Also, Daddy Yankee and Pitbull are too busy nowadays. He's not bad in here, I guess. I just don't know. Something's missing. I don't know how to explain it.
Ya no soy hype,
Well, there you go. He's not hype.
ya no soy hype, soy como el testarossa.
Alright, I get why you're not hype. Now you say that you are like a car. Alright, if you're into that sort of thing. I wouldn't call you a Ferrari Testarossa, I would call you more like un bocho cagado. Yeah, this is a really fun song and better than most Latin hits, but is it a good way to end this video, really? I don't know, it doesn't really have that oomph, you know? But well, too bad, I guess this is the closing song. But I'm missing a song. What the fuck is a bow dupe? What is this?
Feelings so deep in my feelings.
Who the hell is Ella May? This cannot be in the Hot 100 in the year of 2018, let alone in the top 20. Number 6, my ass. I guess this is like a 90s song or something. It's not like this type of R&B can be huge nowadays. This is not the same music that Sisa, Gambino or Khalid makes. Oh my god, that is Khalid in the music video. This is definitely current. Okay, I am so confused. There has to be a meme related to this. Nope. I cannot find a single one. I guess the hook is kind of a novelty. I mean, 20 years ago it would be. Alright, so the song is about being in love and... Wait, is that really it? Like, no shitty manipulative relationship, no double standards, no pointless bragging, no 7 guys screaming devotee over a half-ass beat? Alright, that's normal, I guess. The production in this is marvelous, with these synths and pianos being all beautiful. It is a huge throwback, definitely inspired by old school female R&B from the 90s. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually got a producer from that timeless era. Oh, and I was correct! There's nothing that says more the 90s like DJ Mustard. What? I am not going into nervous crisis again. I already did that last year. I cannot do this again. I just gotta admit that we got a pure, infectious, lovely hit from those good old American... What the fuck? She's British? Oh god, no. You cannot be British.
This is such a crazy feeling. I don't want to get too attached, but I feel like I already am.
This song is as British as Keanu Reeves. You cannot tell me that this came from England. Especially since this song is doing much worse in her home country than in the Americas. That never happens. It's usually the other way around. Otherwise the charts would be filled with whatever crap Liam Payne cheats out every week. I'm hyperventilating. I don't feel so good. I cannot breathe. You know what? I got you all again. Build Up is not actually my number one. Ape Shit is my actual number one. Ha!
Step my money fast and go fast.
You guys got bamboozled 2 years in a row. Oh man, this is so good. Build Up is still amazing, of course, but like, it's not even close. These motherfuckers rented out the Louvre, for God's sakes. If you noticed earlier, I didn't even mention how this song sounded, and the answer is, it sounds fucking incredible. Like, have you ever seen a crowd going apeshit? That's not really a strong foundation for a song, like, whatever, I guess. I went to a Big Time Rush concert once, and the crowd did go apeshit up there with all those little girls and moms. But the chorus make it sound like the most incredible fucking thing in existence. Like, you cannot live without seeing a crowd going apeshit. Pharrell could give us a billion sangria wines or whatever the crap he wants to make. He could make more beats like this because wow, between these wiry synths and the manic production, this is just a fucking frenzy. This was originally a Migos song and thank God they didn't keep it because B&J wrote the fuck out of this beat. Not that they were bad, in fact, this is actually probably Quavo's single best performance ever. and he doesn't even have a verse or a credit. Him repeating yeah is more potent than anything he has ever said. Those others are glorious too, not only from the Migos but from the Carters themselves. Oh, no one I love more. When bass screams after every hook.
Have you ever seen a crowd going ape shit?
Or when Jay ad-libs his wife in the third verse.
Haters in danger. Whole lot of gangin'. 35 chains. I don't give a damn about the fame.
And while I already said that Jay kills it, this is one of his coolest performances of the entire decade. Beyonce is almost better. I mean, good lord, this cook was made for her.
I can't believe we made it.
This is just a fucking awesome banger. I'd probably kill to see this song performed live, even if I had to listen to a billion boring songs before it. Man, I am glad we ended in this song. This leaves me in a very good mood. It reminds me of how incredibly high the score was last year, and yeah, I feel confident. I feel like this is gonna go well. So, how did 2018 fare? I am gonna go. I am going to go think about stuff, things like really bad things. I'm not even going to move. What a fucking downer.